right, so check this. Imagine falling so far from grace that you have to go through someone you hate, someone you can't stand, and someone you have tried to tear down, drag them out, drag their name through the mud to get back into God's grace. Well, that's the situation your ops are in, or they will be in pretty soon, fairly soon. So that's pretty much the summary of this video right there. They've done you so wrong. They've just done the most to try to keep you, to make you fall from God's grace, as they did when they turned their backs on you, when they betrayed you. Because when they betrayed you, when they turned their back on you, they turned their back on God. They sold their soul when they went against you in order to defeat you, because that was the only way they thought they could defeat you, was that little idea in their head, the little demonic energy in their head, that demonic voice in their head told them that if you come with me, you'll be able to beat her or him. If you do all this nonsense, like it's certain passwords that they're so long that you need a sacrifice, some kind of sacrifice, or they sacrifice their grace, basically, just to try to secure a win over you. And it never came. The thing is, it's like things will come to you twice. Once by the devil and once by God. You have to recognize when it is. And the devil usually gets it to you faster, and you have to do all kinds of trickery and foolery to get that, to achieve that. And you never get what you want from the devil. The devil is a trickster. Bottom line, you can listen to that voice in your head all you want to. You think you're winning. You'll get the things you want, but you don't get anything that you need. And by the time you reach that age where you realize the things that you truly want are the things that people actually need, it's too late. You've fallen so far from grace. Now you have to go back to this person. You're going to need their help. So now, when they turn their back on you, they lost their path. They are lost now. And the only way to get back on that path that they can see, because you are their beacon of light, and they wanted to be the beacon of light. When do I get to be the light? When do I get to be the leader? But you have to be a follower. What people don't understand is you have to be a good follower in order to be a good leader as well, half the time. So in order for them to get back on your path, they have to sit down, be quiet, and follow your light. They have to follow you. Just like the whole time they've been following you, you've been paving the way, but now they realize that, oh man, I have to follow this person now. This is my only way back. And they burned all the bridges. They burned the bridges that you had too, for you. And maybe you burned some bridges, because just like you had to, but me, I don't burn bridges. I use explosives. Just to make that clear. I don't look back. Once I'm done, I'm done. But now their worst nightmare is true. They have to bow to you. They have to drop to their knees and say please, basically. And in a spiritual sense, in a mental sense, and it's a bad time for them. And they realize this, and they loathe it, and they despise it. And they're still going to do their little plots and plans, but it's going to go, basically, I'm not going to say undetected by you, but it's just not, it's going to be so pitiful. It's going to be like a weak flame. Like, even if air gives flames, more intensity, but the air you breathe is, going to put their flame right on out. It's going to put their little Roman candle right on out, their little fizzle they have going. So, yeah, that's where they're at in life right now. And that's where they've always been. They're just now realizing it. See, like I said, the devil is a trickster. So all this stuff they were doing was that voice in their ear telling them, oh, you got to do this, that, and the third to beat this person. But it's just a cloak of they had them following you the whole time. So basically the devil blindfolded them while they were still on the path, And it's like, you'll never beat this person, but I'll make you do all these things and rack up your karma, and then you still won't beat this person, and I get to watch you suffer. You know, because I mean, what else does a demon have time to do but try to cause people to do stupid things to make themselves suffer? It's just like, I don't have to do anything. I just have to be that voice in your head when things seem impossible, when you're downtrodden, when you're beaten down and you're tired and you don't want to fight anymore. The thing is you had more fight. You might have been the smaller dog, but you had more fight. You know, they always say, like the saying goes, it's not the size of the dog in a fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. And they meant that on a spiritual level, you know, because on a physical level, you know, it depends. Okay, it depends on what, you know, experience and all that stuff. Anyway, we're not talking about that. But they did try to beat you down on a physical level to beat you on a spiritual level so that you don't even want to be the light anymore. They made you want to give a lantern to them. They make you want to, you know, they wanted to make you want to give your light to them and your shine to them. And, you know, the sun doesn't stop shining because there's clouds over it. It doesn't stop shining because the moon is out. The sun is always shining. The sun is going to shine no matter what anybody says or does. Oh, it's too hot. You know, it's just like, oh, it's too bright outside. You know, and these people, what they fail to realize is that lighting someone else's candle doesn't put yours out. You know, but they were so afraid that, you know, lighting your candle will make you even better, will give you more power over them. You already had the power over them to even make them move like they did. You know, and that's the whole thing, because they threw their whole life away. You know, they wanted to show you that they love you more than, they wanted to prove to you that they love you more than God. Which, you know, that's a lie. Nobody could love you more than God. Nobody can. You know, that God gave his only begotten son, and they threw their whole life away just to try to prove that, you know, they're better than you, or give the illusion that they are. Which, you know, it's really a crying shame. You know, I'm trying not to laugh because, you know, I see the humor in everything, and it's not like a ha-ha in your face. It's just, you know, it's humorous how everything comes full circles, because karma is always in motion, man. People, karma is always in motion, full circle. That's why they call it full circle, circle of life. It never stops going. Something has to get eaten, something has to be destroyed in order to rebuild, and that cycle keeps going and going and going. So they destroyed themselves, and it was to rebuild a new you. That'll make sense to somebody. It's rebuilding a new you. So now, you know, they know the only way to beat you, or the only way to even get on your level, even get close back in your good graces, or whoever, to get back on their path, on a trail that makes any kind of sense at all to them, is to go through you and to get back to God. See, the thing is that they can only see you because they destroyed their, you know, they severed their connection with God. They cut that tie with God when they turned their back on you. And then, like, they, you know, they chopped off little fibers, and they finally went all the way through as they proceeded to do increasingly foul things to you, on your, you know, towards you, on your name. Every word they spoke against you, they will now have to, you know, every word they regurgitated, they will now have to eat their vomit. Basically, they're in a bad way right now, and the karma's coming around full circle. And you've grown spiritually, you've gotten stronger, you've gotten faster, you've gotten more intelligent, you know, you've gotten more at peace, you've learned how to fight all these battles that they're just now having to learn how to fight. Because just know that everything comes back tenfold. So they're getting what you got times 10, and that may even accelerate their journey to be on a level that you are, but faster. You know, whatever, you know, it's all game. There's no jealousy on our side. You know, just you wish they'd have seen it sooner, because they were supposed to go with you instead of against you, but they went against you and went ahead and severed that tie because it was you. You know, they already thought that they were above you, and when they found out, you know, they couldn't beat you, like, if they try to be friends with you, then if they can't, you know, they can't really be your friend or whatever, then they try to beat you. They can't beat you, they try to come back around and join you, and then if they can't join you again, they try to destroy you. You know, that's just the vicious cycle that, you know, in this realm that we go through. So with that, you know, it was always you, man. It was always you. It was always, but they just didn't like that it was you. You know, it could be because of your race, your gender, your religion, your spirituality, your path, how you do things, why you do things, your prophecies, your psychological viewpoint on things, your perspectives. It could have been the way you talk, the way you walk, could have been anything. But they decided they hate you so much that they're willing to destroy their connection or sever their ties with God and go with the devil, and go and be demonic and do demonic things towards someone who was always with them, which was you. You never gave up the fight. You had a lot of fighting. You had heart. You still, you know, you have heart. Let's not put that past tense. You have heart, and you had heart then. And you know, it's still there, it's still going, still strong, and still standing, man. And they resent that about you. Where they gave up and sold their soul, you kept fighting. You fought, you know, you fought through the tears, the years, the pain, the sadness, you know, some of y'all the loneliness. You know, we fought through it all. And no, this is it. It's starting to come back around. This is full circle. It's starting to become a full circle. So with that, I'll leave you. Drink your water, eat your dark greens, heal from within and heal properly. No matter how much time it takes you, heal properly. No matter who or what you have to sacrifice, make sure you heal properly. That's the most important thing. And never let other people, you dictate what your worth is. Never let the world dictate what your worth is. And most importantly, life is too short to mind other people's business, so it's best that you just mind your own. Peace.